Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to all of you. Welcome to this webinar on AI in Odoo. We'll just wait a few minutes for people to arrive.
Yeah, to let people join this live.
Don't hesitate to leave a comment to say if you can hear us well or not.
Yeah.
That way we can adjust if needed.
Yeah. If you cannot attempt this webinar for the moment, this is not a problem because we will upload it on our platforms in LinkedIn and YouTube, so you can see it after if you cannot attend it right now. And maybe if you are eating, enjoy your meal while regarding this webinar.
And do not hesitate to say that you're attending, who you are, in which sector you work, etc., because it can help us adapt our examples as well during the demo.
I don't know if some people are present in the live. Can you tell us in the comments if you can hear us clearly or not? Maybe we can introduce ourselves. So my name is Fanny Dozier and I'm a business analyst at Nalios.
And my name is Anouck. I'm also a business analyst. I think we can start. Is that fine? Okay. So as we just told you, we are Anouck and Fanny. We are business analysts working at Nalios. And thank you for joining us. We're very happy to have you with us today. And we'll be introducing you to the amazing world of AI in Odoo today. So I suggest we dive into the topic straight away. We've got quite a few topics on the agenda. Fanny will start by talking about Nalios. So she'll be saying, she'll be introducing us, who we are, what we do, etc. Then I'll talk about AI and the impact it can have on business management. The third point is the most interesting one because we will be showing concrete examples. So we will explore how we can use AI in Odoo. Then we say a few words about recommendations and security, and we will end up with a conclusion and a Q&A session. There's a Q&A session, but of course, if you have questions during the webinar, do not hesitate to leave them in the comments so we can answer those straight away. And if we don't have time to answer live, we will answer during the Q&A, of course.
Yeah, exactly. So before diving into this presentation, we will present you Nalios and who we are. So Nalios is an Odoo Gold partner, as you can see on this slide, and we are implementing Odoo for our clients. Nalios was launched in 2020, and we are now present in 5 territories, so in Belgium, in France, in Canada, in the US, and in Switzerland. So we are 55 employees. Most of them are business analysts, as Anouck and I, or developers. We also have sales representative and a marketing team. Without them, this webinar wouldn't be possible, so thanks to them. If I can define Nalios in few numbers, I would say that Nalios is more than 12 years of expertise in Odoo. It's more than 350 implemented projects, and it's more than 5,000 satisfied users. So as you can see on this map, that is all our Nalios agencies. So we have agencies in Belgium, of course, where Odoo is created, in Leuven and in Namur. We also have agencies in France, so Paris, Nantes, Rouen, and in the Caribbean, Guyana. We also have agencies in Switzerland, as I said before, in Geneva and Lausanne, and we have agencies in Quebec, and now the new one is in Austin in Texas. So the mission of Nalios is very simple, is to support your growth because companies become bigger and bigger, and we want to help them saving time by using Odoo as an ERP because that's the point of the ERP, is to help you saving time.
Now I'm going to talk about AI and the impact it can have on your business. So I think everyone will agree here if I say today that human beings have an ambivalent relationship with AI. Why? Because on the one hand, technologically speaking, it's something which is very impressive. It's a form of intelligence that can do many things. Then, but on the other side, we can also feel threatened by AI because, of course, it remains a form of intelligence, and it is more and more present in today's society. But the advantage of AI is that it's never tired, and it has time, which is unfortunately something that we don't have as human beings. So what I suggest is that we agree on a definition of AI today, because there are many definitions of AI, of course, but we will agree on how we define AI today in this webinar. So for us today, it's a computer science discipline that simulates certain aspects of human intelligence through systems capable of learning and adapting. Why certain aspects? Because of course, AI tries to replicate human intelligence, but it cannot do so entirely. So, for instance, if you talk with the famous ChatGPT, of course, when ChatGPT answers, it aligns words and sentences very, very fast, which gives us the impression that it's thinking. But actually, it's not. So it's not aware or conscious of its own reflection. That's something important to know. It's only the results of statistics. Now, what can AI bring to businesses? It can bring you a lot of time. That's the most important thing. And this time you can reinvest it in other high values activities like strategy, for instance, or innovation. So we'll give you a few concrete examples. So the first one is you can use AI for automations. So if you have, for instance, employees who do low valuable task, a repetitive task, well, you can set up automation so that the AI can do it for them. That way you can free up that time so they can focus on other more valuable tasks in the company. You can also produce written content fast. By written content, I mean, for instance, web pages, email templates, newsletters, for instance. You can translate content as well. So it's really something that can help you gain time as well. Then we have efficient data analysis. So, of course, AI has time. It's very efficient in data analysis. So let's say you have a sales team and you want to help them with predictive sales or with the products that your prospects or your customers are the most likely to buy. That's something you can do with AI as well. And the last example is real-time responses. So if you want to provide support to your customers, you can provide support online with a live chat, for instance. You can also have internal bots that your employees can use so that they can try to find information about your company or your internal flows, for instance. And you can automate FAQs as well. So as you can see, there are really a lot of possibilities with AI. So whether you are already an Odoo user now, or if you're just interested, we'll show you how you can put this, how you can use this concretely.
Yeah, so maybe before starting, don't hesitate if you have any question about that part. You can leave it in the comments. But if not, let's now explore AI in Odoo. So maybe as you can see, you have AI in Odoo until the version 18.3, if I remember well. And you have it all across different Odoo apps. So for example, you have it in knowledge, accounting, CRM, project, website, email marketing, but you have also other Odoo apps as assistant and so on where you have AI. But for the moment, we will focus on these Odoo apps. For example, in Knowledge, you have the possibility now to write an article with the help of AI. So from scratch, Odoo with the AI can help you to create your article based on the subject that you will give to him. So I can show you an example directly in the database. Like this, you can see how it works. So I don't know if you see my screen. Okay, perfect. So if I go to Knowledge app, so if you don't have it in your database, you can just like upload it by going to apps and then searching for Knowledge and install this application. So you can go to Knowledge and you can then write a new article. And as you can see here, I can generate an article with AI. So by clicking on this, you have now a chatter with a Knowledge article editor, and you can ask him what you want. So maybe I can do an example and tell him, write for me an article on how to create products in Odoo. AI is thinking about my article, and after a few seconds, I will have an answer. As you can see, boom, Odoo will write for me an article, how to create a product in Odoo. Then I can just click on use this, and as you can see, now I have my article, so I will be able to create it like maybe in 15 seconds, so that's very, very fast. And then I can just click on the title, and it will take the title from here. So that's very easy. Imagine that I don't really like this sentence. I don't like the formulation. I can just select it and then click on AI and click after in the chatter, rewrite selected text. And then as you can see, the Odoo agent will rewrite it for me, and I can just click on use this, and boom, I have it directly in my article. So that's very, very easy and very efficient to help you to write some knowledge process that you have in your company, for example. So now we can go back to the slides. So you can also use AI in accounting. So it was already present in the anterior versions of Odoo, but it was improved in the version 19 that you have now. I talk about the OCR. So the fact that you can digitalize your invoice, and then Odoo will recognize all the fields on the print and compute them directly and automatically into Odoo. So now this is a very something that is improved. I don't know if this, yeah, okay, perfect. Yeah, thanks for the slide. And you also have something that is very cool and a very big feature in the new version of Odoo is in CRM. You are now able to calculate the probabilities of winning an opportunity. So maybe I can also show you in Odoo database how it works. So if I go to the CRM, you can see that now if I click on any opportunity that I have, for example, this one, I have a new field here. It's probability AI. If I click on it, Odoo will compute your chances of winning this opportunity based on top and negatives and top positives. As you can see in my example, I only have top negatives. So I really need to improve this opportunity to gain some chances of winning this opportunity. So as you can see, Odoo told me that because it's in the stage new, so of course, this opportunity is not qualified or there is no proposition, so the chances of winning is lower. I don't have an email address, and the source is search engine. So maybe if I can add an email address like this or a phone number. Okay, the phone number is not valid, so it will go lower for the probability. If I take it back and I just put an email address, you can see that now I have 10% of winning this opportunity. If now I go to the qualified stage, boom, you can see that now I have 78% of winning this opportunity. So as you can see from the field that I complete and from the movement that you have with the opportunity, the probability will be calculated, and Odoo will tell you how you can improve it to maybe go to the 100%. Of course, if I go to the one stage, I have this little rainbow and the probability at 100% because it's winning. Okay, so we can now go back to the slide for the other explanation. So you also have the possibility to use the artificial intelligence in project by creating new fields with the help of AI and new properties. But I'm not going to explain a lot about that because Anouck will show you later in this presentation and will give you some demonstration to how to create them. You also have the possibility to use AI for email marketing, meaning if you want to write maybe a newsletter, you can just, as the same way in the Knowledge app, create the newsletter with the help of AI from scratch by giving to the AI some information in the chatter, and then he will write for you the email that you want to send to your customers. And finally, the last thing I wanted to show you about AI is for the website, because now is it possible to create your website from scratch with the help of AI, and it's very, very efficient. Odoo will just take your logo, your color, and maybe just the purpose of your company. And based on that, it will create a very customized website just for you. So that's very cool. And also something that I wanted to show you in the Odoo database is that now in the website, you can optimize the SEO with the help of AI. So if I go to the site and then optimize SEO, you can see that here I can fill it with AI. If I click on it, you can see that now I have all the keywords based on the content of my website to optimize my SEO just in one click. So that's very, very useful for your SEO to be optimized in just one click. So we can go to the slides again. And yeah, so as you can see, AI is present like in a lot of Odoo apps, and that's the biggest features that we wanted to show you on these slides. And now I will let my colleague to show you other things that are pretty cool with AI.
Thanks, Fanny. So now we're going to move on to AI fields. So what are AI fields? It's a field you can give in an instruction to do something, like to do an action. You can create AI fields in two different ways. You can do it with Studio, and or you can use properties. So those two ways of creating AI fields are completely different. I'll start with properties. So properties are fields you can create. You can create several types of fields. You can create integer fields, text fields, selection fields, etc. But the options are more limited than in Studio. Okay, and for creating properties, you don't need the Studio app, the Studio environment. You can just do it like this in Odoo. Something else you should know is that you cannot create properties everywhere in Odoo. So you can create properties, for instance, in employee forms, in opportunities, but it's not something you'll be able to use everywhere in Odoo. So that's for properties. Now we have AI fields in Studio. So to be able to use Studio, you need a custom plan in Odoo. So if you only one app free plan, or if you're on the basic plan, you will not be able to use the app. So that's something you should know. And Studio is really an app. It's an environment, it's a module in Odoo that you can activate. And when you activate it, it gives you the possibility to customize, to add views, to add fields, in many more places than properties. And you have more possibilities in terms of options as well. So as you can see here on the screen in the left, you have more types of fields that you can create in comparison with properties. So I suggest we create one AI field with a property and then one AI field with Studio together now in Odoo. That way you can see what it looks like. So the first thing we're going to do is open the help desk app. So that's just to provide support to customers. As you can see, we have several help desk teams. So we have customer care, VIP support, and IT support. What I want to implement in my team here is that I want to give them the possibility to have an idea, a global idea of the customer sentiment based on the email exchanges that happened in the ticket, in the support ticket, right? So I created in advance two different tickets, a client which is extremely unhappy and a client which is who is very satisfied. Okay, so I'll open the first one. Here, so we in the view of a ticket, a support ticket, and we are going to create a property. So to do so, it's very simple. You just click on the little icon that you see here, and you click Edit Properties. So Odoo asked me the label I want to add. So I'll just say I want it to be called customer sentiment. It's going to be an integer field because I want it to be to show a number simply. I'll set a default value to 3. I'll tell you why in a few seconds. I want to display it in cards, which means that when I have my Kanban view with all my tickets, I'll be able to see that field, the customer sentiment. And most importantly, I will tick the AI box because I want this field to be an AI field. When I tick the AI box, there's a prompt here, which is displayed. And what is a prompt? It's an instruction, I can say, to the AI field so that the AI can do it for me. So in this case, I'll write on a scale from 1 to 5, give me a rating that reflects the content of email exchanges based on the messages of the tickets. So the messages are what we can find here in the right-hand side of the screen. So it's all the history of the ticket. So in this case, I need to add the field so that Odoo knows the field he can use. So I'll type / on my keyboard, and I have here field selector. And here I can use, so I can try to find the messages field, which is here. So I'll select it, I'll insert it in the prompt. And it's that easy. And then at the end of my prompt, I have, of course, my scale in which I tell the AI that 1 is very satisfied and 5 is very satisfied with all the numbers in between. Okay, so I can just save. As you can see, my new field has been added just right here, customer sentiment. And if I refresh it here with the AI button, the AI tells me that the customer sentiment is 1. Why? Because in my email, my customer is saying that he's extremely dissatisfied, etc., etc. Now, if I open the other tickets in which the customer says he's very satisfied, so here you can see in the message that the customer wants to express their sincere satisfaction, etc., etc. And here, if I refresh the customer sentiment, I have a score of 5 for this one. And as you can see, I asked the AI field when I created it to be displayed in the cards, and that way you can see the customer sentiment here. So we've got 1, we've got 5. So it's really a view you can have. Visually speaking, I mean, it's quite interesting. If you have any questions on properties, do not hesitate to ask, to leave a comment so that we can answer. So that was for the property part, and now we're going to move on to Studio. So what I want to do here in my new example is to help my sales team. So in their opportunities, I want to help them identify the sector, the industry of the prospect or the customer who contacts them, so that they don't have to do it themselves. Okay, so I'll go to CRM app. And as you can see here, we have all my opportunities in the different stages. So we've got a new opportunity here, all those which are qualified, the propositions, the one, etc., etc. So I'm going to open here the opportunity from the customer Deco Addict, just here. And I'm going to open Studio to create my sector field or my industry field. So to open Studio, I can click the little icon here in the right side of the screen. So I'll click on it. And here you have all the different types of fields, sorry, that you can add. In my case, I want to display the sector, so it will be a text field, okay? Because I want the AI to give the sector really freely, not based on the selection. So I'll take my text field and I'll do simply a drag and drop here. Okay, I'll give a name to this field, which is going to be sector. And I'm going to tick the AI box, of course, because it's going to be an AI field. Okay, and I'm going to give it my prompt here. I'll just take my prompts. Okay, there we go. And I'll write the instruction here. So I'm going to ask, what is the client's industry based on the field, on the name of the contact. So as earlier for the property, I need to tell Odoo which field the system needs to use. So here I'll say you need to go on the contact field of the opportunity and choose, base your decision on the name of the contact. So I'll select name, I'll insert it in my prompt, I'll save and generate. And I can now close Studio by clicking here on the close button. So my contact is the co-addict. And if I click the AI button to refresh the value, the AI says to me that the sector of this customer is home decor and furniture retail. We're going to take another example. So I'll take my opportunities here, and I can take Deleuze, for instance, which is a supermarket. And if I refresh this, Odoo tells me that it is in the retail sector. So as you understood, there are really many possibilities with those AI fields, whether you're using Studio or properties. So now we're going to go back to the presentation. I'll present my screen again. And again, if you have questions on Studio or properties, do not hesitate to leave comments.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe one of the biggest features about AI in Odoo is, of course, the new AI app that we have now. So what is the purpose of this app is to be able to create custom AI agents. So you will be able to create agents based on what you need by giving them a prompt and maybe some sources. And based on that, you can have a conversation with a chatter with your agent and ask him every question that you have. So maybe that could be very useful for a company with employees that maybe have some redundant questions. You can then create an agent with all the sources that answer this question that your employees will ask you every time. And by just opening a conversation with the agent, they will have the answer quickly. So we can go back to the Odoo database. Like this, I can show you how to install the application AI and to use it and configure your agent. So if you don't have this application, you can maybe just go to Odoo apps and then tap AI, and you can install this new application from here. Then when you have it, you can just click on it. And the first thing that you can see is that I have a lot of agents that I have created before. But before going to the settings of the agents, I will just show you a configuration about AI. So you can go to configuration and then settings. So as you can see in the AI app, you have the providers that you can use. So in Odoo, you can only use ChatGPT, so OpenAI, or Gemini for Google. So maybe you have your own account and you want to use it, so that's possible. You can just tick this box, and then you can provide your API key for your ChatGPT or Gemini if you have one. If it's the same than me and you don't have an account, you can just let it untick like this, and Odoo will use ChatGPT for free or Gemini for free based on the Google research and so on. So this is not like mandatory to put your own API key, but if you have one, you can of course add it just from here. If I go back to the agents, yeah, I save. So if I go back to the agent, I can now show you how to create your own agent. So you can just click on new. For the example, I will take an agent that I have already created before to just show you some features and things that you can do. So I click on the little 3 dots here and go to configuration. Why? Because if I just click on the agent, as you can see, it will open the conversation with him. I don't want to discuss with him for the moment, just want to show you the configuration. So I go there. The first things to do is just to give a title, a name for your agent, and you can also add a little picture if you want. Then here you can just write the purpose of this agent. So in my case, it will help regarding any legal issue related to our software. And then you can choose the LLM model. What does that mean? It's just the version of ChatGPT or Gemini that you want to use. So in my case, I just select the GPT-4. And then you can choose the response style that you want your agent to use. So maybe you want an analytical mind, or more balanced, or to be more creative, depending on your needs and the agent that he is. In my case, because it's legal issue, I want something like very analytical. Then you can see that you have a checkbox here to restrict to sources. What does that mean? It means that this agent will only base the information that he will give you based on the sources that you will give to him. So as you can see here at the bottom of the screen, I can add sources to my agent, maybe PDF. If I click add sources, you can see that it can be a file that I will upload or a link. And also that's a new feature, you can add something from knowledge. So if you have written in the past articles on knowledge based on your process, maybe that could be useful to give them to your agent. So in my case, I will only give to my agent the general terms and condition of Nalios US, because that's the information I want him to base his answer, but I don't want him to be only restrict to this source. I also want my agent will be able to search information from internet in a more general way. So I will let this checkbox like this. Then you can also add topics, so some activities that your agent will be able to do, maybe create leads, answer questions, and so on, but this is not mandatory to fill in this field. And finally, the most important one, the prompt that you will write. So is it important because you will tell your agent what he will do for you. So in my example, you have a legal advisor in a company, and based on the official documentation you've been given, so I mean the general terms and conditions, your job is to help employees navigate legal issue. To do so, keep your answer really short, making it as clear as possible. So now I can test my agent by clicking on this button, and I can have a conversation with him. So as you can see, he told me, hello, why can I help you? What can I help you with? And I will tell him maybe a question that I have as an employee for my company. And I will say, is Odoo GDPR friendly, for example? Then AI is thinking about my question, and he answered, yeah, Odoo is designed to be GDPR compliant, blah, blah, blah. And at the final of the conversation, you can see what the sources he used to answer my question. So this is the PDF that I have uploaded before. So that's pretty cool. You can very customize your agent the way you want. Another thing that I can show you if you want to use your agent, is not just to go to the AI app, click on the agent, and then test to open the conversation. Another way more efficient to do it is just go to the Odoo dashboard, and then you can tap an arrow and based on that, you can search a conversation with the agent, and you can hear that here I can find again my agent and can click on it everywhere, when I am in the database, and I can open a conversation, ask him a question, and then close it, or just keep it like this as a little bubble to open it every time I need. So that's it for this demonstration. We can go back to the slide, and if you have any question, don't hesitate to ask them about the AI application.
All right, so now we will move on to the last example of demo in Odoo. It's the natural language automations. So it's something new in Odoo. And what it is exactly is that you can create automations based on the language you use every day, like how I'm talking to you now. Okay. So we're going to ask Odoo to do something together. We're going to set it up so you can see concretely what it looks like. So let's dive into Odoo. In this case, I'm going to open the project app. Okay, so here, project. And I've got several projects, as you can see. The one which is interesting right now to me, it's the internal projects that we have. There are several stages. So we've got stage new, a stage ongoing at the moment. I could add a stage called done. Here, up, done. There you go. Up. And what I'm going to do is create an automation, because I want my task, the different tasks in the internal project, to be assigned automated in an automated way, thanks to natural language automations. So how can I do this? I go to my stage new here, and I click automations. So here I'm taken to the automation environment. I create on new to create a new automation rule, and I can give a name to my my automation. Okay, so here I'm going to say assign task to users based on their expertise. Okay. So what's the trigger? The trigger is when the stage is set to new here, but of course I can update it if I want to. I can change the stage, for instance. So that's it depends on your own conditions. So I'm going to save this already. And now I'm going to tell Odoo what to do. So I'm going to click add an action. And I want it to assign task based on expertise. I'm going to update a record here, because I want to update the assigned field, so the users who are assigned to this task. So I'm going to update with AI. So I'm going to select this one, update with AI. And what do I want to update? I want to update the assignees field. Okay. I'm going to write here my prompt. So again, this is the instruction I'm going to give to Odoo. And my prompt is assign the name of the task. So I'm going to insert it with the slash field selector. So assign the task. So the display name of the task, insert to one of these users. And here I'm going to integrate users as what we call workers in Odoo. So I'm going to type slash and then workers selector. And I'm going to select my Odoo user who's called Fanny. I'll insert it. Okay, and I'm saying to Odoo that Fanny is an accounting expert. Okay, I'm going to do the same with my own user, and I'm going to say that I'm a marketing expert. So again, / record selector, and here I'm going to take my own user and I'll insert it. And there you go. I'll save and close. I'll save it. And I will go back to my internal project. Now I'm going to create a task, so an accounting type task, and then a marketing task, so that you can see that Odoo is going to assign those thanks to the AI. So here I'm going to say, I don't know, send invoices to customer, for instance. I'll add it. And as you can see, as Fanny has expertise in accounting, Odoo automatically assigned her. So if we open the task, you can see that the assignee here is Fanny. Now I'm going to create a new task and say, send our Christmas newsletter. Okay, which is more a marketing thing to do. I'll click add. And here Odoo, as you can see, added my user because my field of expertise is marketing. So as you can see, it's automations with natural language are very powerful. And of course, I've just shown you an example in the project app, but it's something you can do in many other apps in Odoo. For instance, if you want to help your sales team, you help these teams, or anything else. So now we'll go back to the presentation. We've done with the concrete examples in Odoo, and we are going to talk about recommendations and security.
Yeah, so thank you, Anouck, for these examples. That were like pretty cool and very useful, I think, in the future. So as Anouck said, we have like some recommendations for you for using AI in Odoo. The first thing is to start simple. What we mean by telling you that is that AI, you have like a lot of possibilities of things to do with AI, but it's not like that easy at the beginning to write the prompt in the better way. So maybe at the beginning, you just ask some stuff that are quite easy for the AI to do, just to be able to write your prompt in the correct way, and to take in hand the way of Odoo and the AI is working. Then you can learn how to converse effectively with AI, so that the fact that the better will your prompt be, the better you will have for the results. So of course, at the beginning, your prompt won't be like the more efficient, but after practicing, you will be more precise in your needs, and the AI will also recognize the thing that you want him to do. Also, you have to continuously learn about AI, because as you know, AI is like very powerful, and it's growing like very fast. So you still have to be at the top to understand how it works and what is possible to do in Odoo with AI. And finally, to create a supportive atmosphere for adoption, because we know that maybe AI can afraid people because they think they will be replaced by AI. But that's not the point. AI is here to help you in your daily task and to help you saving time. But as you can see in all our demonstration, it's very important to have a human behind, because you have to write the prompt, you have to configure the AI and to ask him what to do. So it's very important, maybe as someone who is running a company, to maybe tell to the employees that they are still very important, and AI is just here to help them and not replace them, of course.
I'm going to say a few words about security now, because of course it's really important as we talk about AI. First thing you need to know is that there are two different choices you can make when you use AI in Odoo. You can either use your own company account. So if you have a ChatGPT account or a Gemini account, you can use that one. If you don't select your own account, you will be using by default Odoo's public account, which is linked to ChatGPT. So it's either one or the other. And about data security, Odoo doesn't intervene here because, of course, as we are directly connected to OpenAI or Google, data is sent to them, so to OpenAI or Google, which means that your data is subject to their security and data protection policies.
Yeah.
Now we move on to the conclusion.
Yeah, so for the conclusion, we can see that AI can become a key ally for your business. It offers a wide range of possibilities. So as we have seen before, you can create AI fields, you can create properties with AI, you can create articles from scratch with AI. They can help you with OCR, to optimize your SEO and so on. So you have a wide range of possibilities of things to do with AI in Odoo. As Anouck just said before, data is handled according to OpenAI and Google's security and privacy policies. So that's a very important point. And we know that people always ask for this question. And also something that is very nice for you is that now you can see on odoo.com all the session that was recorded during the Odoo experience of this year, and they are available online. So if you want to learn more about AI and the new features that are available in the new version of Odoo, don't hesitate to go and check this video because they are very useful and very interesting.
We also have an e-learning channel on YouTube,
Yep.
Nalius channel. So if you want to learn more about Odoo and how to implement certain things or how to use certain apps, for instance, you can go and check the Nalius channel. It's free. We've got videos in Dutch, in French, in English.
Now in English also.
Yeah,
and I have already created tutorials on AI, so you can also check them on our YouTube channel.
And of course, we publish videos every week, so do not hesitate to keep checking this. All right, so thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you.
Now we are having a short Q&A session if anyone has questions.
I don't think there are like any question in the chatter, but maybe new one if someone is watching.
Okay. So we just wait a few seconds.
Yeah. So don't hesitate to subscribe to our channel, as Anouck said before, and to like this webinar video. Like these other people can also watch it later. Mm-hmm. And as you can see on the screen, you also have like QR code to create or test an Odoo database. So don't hesitate to scan it if you need.
Right, I think there's no questions so far.
Yeah.
So we'll wrap this up. Thank you. Thanks to all of you for attending and for being with us today. We really hope this webinar was useful to you. Yep. And of course, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out to us and or to watch the webinar again later.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.